All right, guys, what's up? Doing this again. Just spent some time making this video, and my genius self didn't record. So a trial run. So let's try this again. I'm going to share screen. We're going to go over some data. Going to cover the Jordan one that's obviously releasing tomorrow. We're going to cover the Yeezy 450 that's going to release tomorrow. Clearly, these are goes. Both of them, all sizes. It's not what this call's about. Y'all don't really need me to tell you that. So we're going to instead analyze some data over here and just kind of come to some conclusions on maybe some priorities, some momentum, size priorities, etc. So we'll start with the grade school. Everybody knows grade school is a buy. Everybody's big on this long term. This shoe's going to be great long term. There's no question about it. I mean, it's one of the simpler buys. Like even in these high levels, like long term, this is not going to be a blip on the radar in price. I mean, it's just not. So plenty of investment points is what I'm trying to say here, but let's just focus on where we're at. 1228 in volume is utterly insane. Guys, that's men's. That, like, if I saw 1228 pre-release volume for a men's size, we would be talking in the right of about this has been quality volume pre-release. Grade school sizes do not do this pre-release. Like, they don't do it. I mean, we've talked about on stream, Gloss let us know these have been in stores since January. So yeah, it would be nice for me to be able to see the data over here and see, like, where exactly the momentum began, like from the 15th of February to now. Is that where 75% of the volume has come from? Has it been leaking out before that? I don't know, but what's relevant is that there's a ton of volume. From a size and priority standpoint, I think 6 through 7 are going to lag a little bit. It's kind of just flipped a little bit on these grade schools, and 4.5 to 5.5 are the priority sizes again. I think you'll see that hold true with this. 3.5 weird size, yeah, that's going to be money for sure. There's no question about it. Any one of these grade school sizes are money, but that's kind of where you're at in prioritization. In terms of selling grade school, you will not catch me and would not catch me selling grade schools outside of recouping profits just to keep my bankroll management practice intact. There's no real reason for this shoe to be sold right now from a grade school perspective. Hold it. Got money coming. Just recoup your costs if you need to. Even if it pumps to 4. If it pumps to 4, I do not mind, you selling off some pairs and just realizing some profits. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't exit yourself out of this position. I think you'd be cutting yourself short. It's my opinion. Let's go to the men's real quick. Look at the men's, look at the size priority and sizing. Men's volume's out of this world. It's at 3,000. Guys, that's some of the highest pre-release volume we've seen since we've been doing this. This is a banger. We know this. I mean, there's nothing new here. This is a banger. So let's look at size dispersion. We're looking at about a per pair average pretty easily above 430 per pair average. Strong. I've been of the mindset that this, it's hard for me to have faith in this release process system. I mean, I've heard a million times now that there's tons of pairs. Pairs for everybody. Everybody's going to get their bullshit. Like, this never happens. Never happened. Kanye said it, and it took about 2 years for it to happen. And he overproduces the shit out stuff. I don't see it for this one. I think it's going to be a challenging shoe to get. I think there's going to be some in-store madness with it. Further building and pushing the hype, and I would not be at all surprised if this does not go the way people thought it was going to go and they miss out on their pair. I would not be at all surprised to see these pushing up in the higher 400s on all sizes, maybe even some towards 500. Again, if that scenario happens, I think it's prudent to off a couple pairs to realize some profits. The size dispersion's pretty basic, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you need off or buy certain sizes. I think you've got the Asian influence with this shoe. There is going to be no doubt about it, but there's going to be a really strong domestic demand on this shoe too. And we know that when there's strong domestic demand, the size dispersion, it really flattens out and it's not shifted towards one segment of the sizing. So all pairs, all hands on deck. Selling, if you see spikes, sell some. If we don't see spikes, I'm not really selling much at all. This is getting, it fits with my theme. I've been telling you guys, like, we don't sell stuff right now. We're selling stuff in a couple of weeks when people start hitting their stimulus checks, and starts hitting their bank account, tax, etc. Let's move on to the Yeezy 450. This is an interesting shoe. It's really weird. Look, I'm not want to sit here and just go on about like how a shoe looks, right? But like, I don't see much feminine in this shoe. Compared to our previous model, women can wear the hell out of this shoe. Men and women, they can wear the hell out of this shoe. Men and women can wear the hell out of this shoe. I mean, the colorway is basic standard Yeezy cream type shit, but I feel like the model and the points, it's a really aggressive. It's an aggressive type model. That's the only word I can think of. It's not really like a word I can place for it. There's nothing smooth about it. It's funky. You don't really see too many women going out on that off the bat. And then if you look over here in sales, like I can go through the sales of it, which 182 is not really relevant in terms of total volume because people haven't had these in storage. So it's not like they've been selling these like we saw with the Jordan. So look at this though. There's a 7 here sold. I can keep scrolling. Let's see how long it takes me to find a bay. Another 7, a 7.5, a 7.5. Guys, I'm not even coming up on anything under that right now. Like, I'm not seeing the bay influence on this shoe. I'm still not finding one. We're back to March. Oh, no, this is today. Okay, so it's March. It looks like all the sales have been taking place today. So that's good because there's only 182. So, jeez. All right, guys, y'all see what I'm saying? So these are all bigger sizes. I'm not going for the typical bay heavy here. I'm probably honestly leaning more on the one sale for 5 on the bigger sizes. Let's see, 5.5, one sale for 5.5, none for 6. Okay, you see what I mean? So if they're running full bay sizing in this, and this is like actually these pairs are actually available for buy, I'm probably going for the big on this. 8+. Move it forward. It's an OG Yeezy, guys. Price action. When I say OG, it's OG because we don't have 450. It's the price action is anybody's damn guess, man. 180 pairs is nothing for volume. Volume determines a lot of price action, So what you see right now in the box, it's all over the place already. You got an 8 at 475, you got a 12.5 at 940, a 13 at 998. Anybody's guess to where these land. I'm going to say that they're probably going to be in the 300 to 400s. This is going to be my guess, 350 plus. 350 to 475, 350 to 450, something of that nature. We'll see how it plays out. Go for pairs. Likely sell pairs on release day. I don't see much of a hold here, outside of if you want to speculate on 1 or 2 just because it's an OG model. New models with Yeezy doesn't always mean it's to hit. We've seen this recently with the 380s and the 700s, and so good luck with that, guys. Good luck tomorrow. Talk to you guys soon.